here with the legend, Mr. Ryan Hall. Ryan, how the heck you doing?
I'm doing well. It's good to be back in New York City and stoked to see Sarah run on Sunday.
Well, oh yeah, now is Sarah feeling good?
She is, yeah. You know, she's bouncing back after Berlin, but this is just kind of a really fun opportunity for her where she just ran great in Berlin. So we come here, nothing to lose, just go have fun, go compete, and, see what the day holds.
Enough recovery time from Berlin?
Yeah, I mean, enough for Sarah. She recovers super fast. I mean, obviously, it's not ideal, but you can do it. Like, if anyone can do it, Sarah can do it. Yeah.
So, being able to introduce Meb.
Yeah.
And you talked about that he was your idol and then a training partner and a friend. And when you look back at those times up at Mammoth, where you guys were changing the world. You were changing perception of American running.
Yeah.
You look back at those days pretty fondly?
Oh, yeah, totally. It's, unfortunately we'll never get to go back and live those days again, but I mean, really, like, what I said up there was totally true. It's like, I'm getting into marathoning. I don't know if I'm in good marathon shape or not. The only way I know is, what has Meb done, you know? And so, like, literally, like, I'm out there doing my 15-mile threshold, and I'm like, I don't know how I can run this pace for another 11 miles, but if this is Meb's marker and it works for him, like, it works, And so, man, that just gave me so much confidence as I was getting into the sport. And even my first marathon, London Marathon, Meb and I were running together for the first half of that race. He had, like, an injury, so he had to drop out eventually, but again, he's just kind of the person I could look to in a race, and I would just calm down and relax and be like, I'm here with a buddy. Like, we're going to war together
and
here.
If he's here, this is a good spot to be in.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's such a smart racer, right?
Yes.
So you know that you can follow Meb out, and he'll lead you in a good way.
So when being back here in New York, and I just remember being here for the trials for 08, and you just taking control of that race pretty much from the start. Throwing off the hat, just like, this is my race. Was it one of those days where you just felt so on?
It was an interesting day, actually. So the way the race played out is like, actually Mike Wardian took off at the beginning. Yeah, it was Mike. He took off, and like, we didn't go with him. A couple guys did go, but like me and Dathan and Meb and Abdi, we all kind of hung back. And so it was kind of slow early on. We came through the half in like 66. And I actually wasn't feeling that great. I was kind of like, I don't even know how I'm feeling, so we're running kind of slow. And then it was as we increased the tempo and the pace picked up, and really when I got away from the group, where all of a sudden I was like, I feel amazing. It's like the faster I go, the better I feel. So it was a really special day, that last loop in the park. Like today I was out running in the park, and I'm like, going past the finish line, I'm like, I know what it feels like to come across that finish line first. It wasn't in the New York City Marathon, but still, like, I have that experience kind of burned in my mind. Yeah,
Olympic trials.
It was special. One of my most special memories, for sure.
And when you look back at all the great races in Boston, 2:04:58, those type of days, sometimes sometimes we talk to an athlete and you feel like that race must have felt great the whole time. Sometimes they don't, and you just don't know. And other days you feel great and you have a crap day.
Yeah, that's how it was for me at New York the year the Meb won.
Yeah.
My training never went better. Like, I was in the best shape of my life.
Yeah.
I was crushing stuff in Mammoth, and then got in the race, just felt flat, had a weird, like, kind of hip pain out of nowhere,
Right.
And so that's running. It's like you show up some days, like, you didn't have a great build-up, and then you just smash it. Like, actually, my build-up for the trials wasn't that good. Like, I didn't race at all before because my training had been kind of shaky, and like, I was like starting to come around, but I had no idea where I was at. And then you show up and you smash it. Yeah.
Was it hard for you to walk away?
No, not the way it ended. Like, my body had been falling apart for like 4 years. And, I tried not to make any decision in the wake of disappointment.
Right.
Like, I tried really hard to, like, make an objective decision based on, like, 4 years period of time. And when I look back the last 4 years when I was in 2016, it was just very clear that my body was just not having it, getting worse and worse. With that said, now I can look back and identify some things that I think were contributing to that. I think my weight got really low.
Way low.
Yeah,
but that's a natural thing, right? Natural thing is lighter is faster.
Right, totally.
Right?
Yeah,
but then you lose strength.
Yeah, like I can look back at pictures of my bad marathons, and in every single one, I'm too lean, I'm too light, I'm too weak. Whereas you look at the picture of me when I ran 59 minutes and a half, and I look lean, but I look strong. I look like I have some muscle on me. Whereas the other ones, I just look emaciated.
Yeah. And so when you move from running and then go right into lifting.
Yeah.
Did that help you sort of recover from always being fatigued?
Yes.
Because the adrenaline you get from lifting is different.
Yeah, I mean, the testosterone is real. It's like if you want to reduce your testosterone, go on a 20-mile run. If you want to increase it, go into the weight room and hammer away for an hour, you know? And then also just the nutrition, you know? Like my body was so depleted, I had to get back to it. And so that's where the lifting was like the perfect thing. Now I'm starting to find a little bit better balance. Yeah, so I'm starting to run a little bit, you know, here and there, like we do. I'll jump in a threshold run every once in a while, and it doesn't feel the same as it used to feel.
A little swimming, a little cycling.
No.
Come on, dude.
No way, the swim.
Kona's calling you, baby.
No, I would come out of the water like an hour behind everyone.
But you'd find your bike without a problem. It would be there. Everybody else would be gone.
I'm not making up the amount of time. No way. I know myself. I'm going to choose battles that I think I have a fighting chance at, and triathlon's not it.
And being a dad, is that the coolest thing?
Oh, it's super fun. Yeah. I mean, today I was out in the park running with my two oldest daughters, and
they're digging it.
They're loving it. Yeah, and they're running really well. My oldest, she's 19. She's a senior in high school.
So
she had never been. Yeah. She's Arizona State champ in cross country for her division and running really well. So it's been fun to see her just kind of develop and come up and get to share with her some of the mistakes I made, some of the things I did well, and get to. I just love cheering for her. It's funny. I'll get really emotional when I'm watching her run, like almost to the point of tears, and I don't cry that easy, so it's crazy.
You know, I think sometimes when you can look back and see the stuff, I got too skinny, I did this one, it makes you a better coach.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you can identify. I mean, sometimes when people were great, you were great.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to accept somebody who's maybe they're not great.
Right.
But also somebody who's had injuries and maybe one dug itself too deep a hole can recognize it and keep Sarah from digging too deep a hole.
Totally. I mean, so I just had a film come out, the 41st Day documentary, and I'm actually going to go to the preview tomorrow night up here.
What is it?
It's called The 41st Day, and so it's a documentary. They filmed me all the way from 2012 through 2016.
On you?
Yeah, on me. Yeah.
Where's it at?
The 41stdayfilm.com. People can check it out there. Yeah, so it's just releasing. It's just gonna. But the reason why I brought that up is I'm at a screening in Flagstaff a couple weeks ago, and I'm just sitting in the back, just like pulling out my hair. I'm like, I made so many mistakes. I was like yelling at myself, "Don't do it, you idiot!
Don't coach yourself. What the hell?"
Well, you know what?
Was that okay?
That was worth the exchange. Yeah, I mean, I ran 204 coaching myself. I ran 208 coaching myself. I made an Olympic team coaching myself. So, you know, it's easy to look back the last 4 years of my career and be like, oh, that didn't work. But I don't actually attribute that to me coaching myself, although I will say it is very difficult to coach yourself.
Yes.
Like, you're out there, you're doing your workout, and you're all in your head trying to figure out if you need to modify it, if you need to change it, if you're doing the right thing.
Something comes through the email, this is what I'm doing, and you don't think.
Yeah, and you don't think. You just turn the mind off and you just nail your workout. So that's a really nice luxury that I think is really important for athletes. So, you know, it's not for everyone, but if I'd go back, I don't think I would necessarily do things differently. And again, I just learned so much. Like, it's interesting because watching the film, you'll see me experimenting on a whole bunch of different things in training. And some of them worked, some of them didn't work. Most of them didn't work, to be honest. But it's funny now because I boiled all that down. So I'm working with Sarah, I'm working with my athletes I'm coaching, and I just give them the boiled down, the stuff that actually works, you know?
Well,
I don't experiment with
That's
them.
good.
Yeah, I was guinea pig on myself, but I don't do that with the athletes I'm coaching, you know? I give them the good stuff. So.
I love it. Hey, thanks so much for always taking time.
Oh, my pleasure.
Appreciate it.
I always love chatting.
So when people want, can we get a viewing of that film in San Diego? We'll fill up a theater.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
I will reach out to you. Let's do it.
Let's do it. That'll be really fun.
The legendary Ryan Hall has been our guest, always so generous with his time, and he told me off camera he's going to be doing Ironman World Championship next October, so I'll be watching for that. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, no problem.